Hello, I'm Laura, the Library Lady, and welcome to today's episode. I have two friends with me today, boys and girls. Some of you may know who these wonderful friends of mine are, but those of you who don't, I would like to introduce you. We have Arthur. That's right. Hey, Arthur. And Arthur, if you don't know, is an aardvark or an anteater. But he's also the main character of Marc Brown's books. Remember, we're doing a series, and so we're going to do the author series today. So this is Arthur. And isn't he spiffy? He has a bow tie, he wears glasses, and he's got his shoes on, and his shirt and jacket and pants. And I just love him. All right, Arthur. But Arthur, do you know anybody else? Arthur has a younger sister. Her name is DW. So this is DW, boys and girls. Her hair is kind of sticking up. I know what that's about. My hair does whatever it wants to. And DW is Arthur's younger sister. They have another sibling, but DW is the person that we see most. All right, so I have a number of books about Arthur. You can see them here. I really love Arthur and DW. And there are just so many different books. So remember when we talked about what a series is? A series is a book that's about the same topic or the same character. So we see here, we have Marc Brown, who's the author, and we have Author's Christmas. We have Author's Family Vacation. Marc Brown and Author April Fools. So some of you may have celebrated April Fools. And then we have Author's Halloween. We got all kind of great books here. And most of these books are published by the same publishing company, Scholastic Incorporated, but some of them are published by a different company called, let's see what this one is called. I can't find it. I think it's called, oh, this is Scholastic as well. So we thank Scholastic, and also we have different formats of this book. So these are author books as well. Remember we talked about specialty books, so these are all books about author, but you see the different sizes. So this is more of it looks more like a chapter book that we read yesterday, and this one has stickers in it. Look at all this fun stuff. This is called Author's Reading Race. It has all kind of stickers in it, so you can take those stickers out and play with them. And this one is by Random House. That's the publisher. And then we have another form of the book. So see how we have all these different size books? And this is a special Scholastic edition. So when I talk about books there, and this is definitely a chapter book. So we read a chapter, look, chapter 1. It's called Author and the Lost Diary. So I have chapter books, picture books, but I decided to read this book today because it says Author's TV Trouble. And I decided to read that one today because a lot of you may be at home because of the COVID-19. And so the objective today is to be careful what you watch on TV. And not everything is as it says. And be very careful of advertisements. And don't just think you should get something. So that's our objective for today, boys and girls. Learning about series, Mr. Marc Brown. We thanked our publishers. And let's dig in to this book, Author's TV Trouble. Now remember, do not believe everything you see. So this is a good example. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the first page. I'm so sorry, boys and girls. I get so excited. And here we see Arthur, his dog Pale, and that's his little sister, DW. It all started while Arthur was watching the Bionic Bunny show. He's watching TV. His TV may not look like yours, boys and girls. Dogs love 'em, said the announcer. The amazing treat timer Treat your pet to Treat Timer, only $19.99. Treats may vary. Batteries not included. If you love your pet, get a Treat Timer. Wow, said Arthur. Pal needs one of those. So you see that? So he's watching TV, and what that's called is a commercial or infomercial. And what commercials do, boys and girls, they try to get you to buy things, and that helps the TV shows. So be careful when you're watching TV or even on cable. Ads for the Treat Timer were everywhere. Now Arthur really wanted one. Now, what do they mean by advertisements? So advertisement is a way of communicating information. So this first type of advertisement at the top of the page, what type of advertisement is that, boys and girls? We started out with this a couple of weeks ago. You said newspaper? You're right. Now, this is a type of advertisement. What do you think that is? If you don't know, you can ask your mom or dad. We used to call them boom boxes. That's a radio, so a radio commercial. And what is this last advertisement? You see these when you're out on the road. They call them billboards. Thank you, cameraman. Billboards. I couldn't think of it. So these are 3 types of advertisement along with the TV commercial. So poor Arthur, he's seeing this everywhere. Arthur counted his money. DW helped. Even with all my birthday money, he said, I only have $10.03. I know what you're thinking, said DW. She ran to protect her cash register. Oh, DW has no faith in her big brother. He's not going to steal from her. So what does Arthur do? Arthur decided to ask Dad for an advancement on his allowance. Gee, I love to help, said Dad, but my catering business is a little slow right now. So what is an allowance, boys and girls? Do you get an allowance? Allowance is money that your parents give you. And what is a catering business? Can you tell by the picture? What is his father holding? A cake. So catering is, making food and making available to people. Arthur knew Mom would understand. Money doesn't grow on trees, Mother said. And I think Pale likes treats from you, not a machine. Now look at Arthur. Where is Mom? Mom is taking a shower. Do you really think she wants to see Arthur when she's in the bathroom? Boys and girls, do you do this to your parents? I hope not. So when your parents are in the bathroom, let them have some peace, please. Next page. On the way to school, Arthur was walking very slowly. What are you doing? Asked Buster. This is Buster, his friend. Looking for money, said Arthur. I want to buy Pale a treat timer. Those are very expensive, said Buster. You need a job. I need a miracle, said Arthur. So look at this page. What is Arthur looking in? Where is he looking for money? Do you know what that is? That's called a payphone. And we used to put coins in payphones to make a call, and sometimes people would get change, and the change would fall and be in a little slot in the phone, and sometimes people would forget their money. We don't use payphones anymore. What do we use now, boys and girls? Cell phones. So payphones are a thing of the past. At school, while everyone else took the spelling test, Arthur daydreamed about the treat timer. Mr. Ratburn asked Arthur to stay after school to take the test over. Oh my goodness, boys and girls. Do you see Arthur? How do you know he's daydreaming? Look at his eyes. He's looking up. He's not paying attention. Look at Mr. Ratburn's face. Do you see the teacher? What kind of face is he making right now? He's not happy because after a long day of work, he has to stay after school even longer. Arthur. Arthur took the long way home so he could think of a good excuse for why he was late. Mr. Sipple was cleaning his garage. So Arthur knew he was going to be in trouble, and instead of telling his parents the truth, he was thinking of ways he can explain to his parents why he was late. Boys and girls, it's always better to tell the truth. Hey, Arthur, he said, every 50 years I clean the place out. I could use a little help. I could use a little money, said Arthur. So this is one of his neighbors. He knew his neighbor. And he wanted to get some money. So let's see what happens next. All these newspapers need to be recycled, said Mr. Sipple. I'll pay you 50 cents a stack to take them out to the curb. Great, said Arthur. I'll do it tomorrow. I won't be home until after dinner, said Mr. Sipple, but you can get started. Everything you need to do the job is here. I'm rich, thought Arthur. All of a sudden, Arthur was in a big hurry to get home. So I really like the fact that he is recycling, and it's also good to get rid of stuff we don't need. So if you have stuff at home you don't need anymore, boys and girls, recycle. Oh, Arthur thinks he's a king. He's happy. I've got a job, cried Arthur. Now I can buy a treat trimmer. Can I go to the mall with you? Asked D.W. Sure, said Arthur. I wish you were rich all the time, said D.W. You're much nicer. Brothers and sisters. The next day, Arthur counted the stacks as he pulled them to the curb. 24. That makes $12 whole, said Arthur. I'll come back later to collect. So 55 times 24. Or 5 times, 24. So he had to do math. So boys and girls, if you're in math class and you say you don't like it, change your mind. Arthur knew exactly how much money he made because he said 50 cents per stack. All right, so he knew he was going to make $12 and he had to use a decimal point. Whoops. Sorry about that, boys and girls. Okay, sorry about that. You look exhausted, said D.W. when Arthur got home. I don't want to see another newspaper for a long, long time, said Arthur. Well, then don't look out the window, said D.W. So that's what the strings were for, said Arthur. I better hurry before Mr. Sipple gets home. Wait for me, said D.W. So what's going on, boys and girls? If you look out the window, what's going on? The wind is blowing, and it's blowing all the papers away because Arthur did not get full instructions. That's what the string was for, to tie down the paper so they won't blow in the wind. We have a lot of wind blowing now in April. You're in big trouble, said D.W. You missed some over there. These stacks could be a lot neater. Are you using double knots? Man, D.W. has a lot of advice. I don't know if she's providing any help, but she sure is providing direction. Then the next page it says, "Nice work," said Mr. Sipple. When he got home, here's your $12. Thank you, sir, said Arthur. I helped, said D.W. Don't I get something? You get a trip to the mall, remember, said Arthur. D.W.'s looking out for herself. Oh, D.W., gotta love her. Missed a page. The next morning, Arthur and his family were the first ones at the mall. Arthur put his money on the counter. 1 treat timer, please, he said. It looks bigger on TV, said Arthur when he saw the box. You assemble it yourself, said the salesperson. And remember, all sales are final. So sometimes when we see things on TV, boys and girls, and we see them in real life, they don't look the same. And what does it mean you have to assemble? That means he had to put it together. All right, so he goes home, and it says, 5 hours later, the treat trimmer was assembled. You're going to love it, Pal, said Arthur. Pal sniffed it. Arthur turned it on. It clicked, lights flash. So remember, Pal is a dog. He didn't ask for this, but Arthur saw all these advertisements. And what does this thing really do anyway? Let's find out. Supposed to give your dogs a treat on a timer? Uh-oh, boys and girls. Treats shot out like rockets. Pal let out a loud bark and ran for cover. Turn it off, yelled Mother. Uh-oh, so look at this. I got one more page to read. I'm trying to, said Arthur, but I think it's broken. And remember, said DW, all cells are final. Arthur went to his bedroom to be alone. So when it says all cells are final, that means he could not take it back. He had worked hard, spent all his money, and he had a machine that Pal didn't like and scared everyone. Oh, said Arthur. Okay, wait a minute. Oh. I'm worried, said Mother. He's been up there for hours. I know how to get him out, said DW. It's 7 o'clock, she yelled up the stairs. The Bionic Bunny show is on. So do you have a favorite show, boys and girls? So why do you think Arthur was up in his room? He probably felt really bad. Seconds later, Arthur appeared. Sit down, said DW, so I can protect you from those nasty commercials. I don't need this, said Arthur. There's no way a TV ad will get all my hard-earned money again. It's the magic disappearing boat, said the announcer. It's the magic disappearing box, said the announcer. Astound your friends. Eliminate your enemies. The magic disappearing box from Kid Tricks. Said Arthur. Now this could be useful. What would you ever do with that? Asked DW. So DW is trying to protect Arthur because he's so easily swayed and influenced by all these advertisements. And now they're talking about a magic disappearing box. Boys and girls, what do you think Arthur wants to make disappear? Or who? If you guess DW, it says, oh, Arthur said, you might be surprised. So what is Arthur doing? He's daydreaming about what? Making his little sister disappear. So girls and boys, when you're watching TV or whatever you're watching, if you're watching a cable network or even the internet, you have to be very careful because you don't want to do anything or click on anything that would put you in danger or make you spend your money or even allow someone to steal your identity. Now, Arthur didn't have to worry about that because in this book, he doesn't get on the internet. But if you're at home because schools are closed, you may be watching the internet, the TV, your phone. Just be careful. Even when you watch my program, make sure your parents know you're watching me, and I want you to be careful online. So I'm so glad you were able to join me today, and I'm so glad that Arthur and DW were here to share this moment with me. And I will see you next time, boys and girls. Bye, and thank you.